head.
Oh, it's because it's my. I just have to not move it. It's actually
Okay.
yes, it's the clock.
It's like the
I need.
clock wants to know what time it is.
I gotta put some light on. Hold on 1 second. Oh.
This guy. I am going to. Okay, good morning, travel partners. Let me. Oh, okay. Let me
There
show.
are those who visit the Caribbean and those who truly experience it. The beauty, the fun, exploring all the treasures the islands have to offer, and enjoying every moment of it. Relaxing as the everyday fades away, and feasting on authentic cuisine and vibrant culture. Watching the nights light up and letting the days create unforgettable smiles. Welcome to a better way to stay. Welcome to your authentic Caribbean, only with Elite Island Resorts.
Good morning, travel partners. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning.
Happy
Happy
Thursday.
Thursday, everybody.
So, this morning I am a little bit. Good morning, Celeste. You love Barbados. Yay. And Barbados has so much. Mrs. Jessica will talk about Barbados in a little bit. Good morning. Let us know where you are listening or watching from, and let us know what the weather is like. I love your necklace, Jessica. This is
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you. I actually
I
got
can
this
see the
from
colors.
it's I play Caribbean Carnival. So one of the
Mhm.
mass bands, there's a section called South Africa, and this was part of my attire.
Ah,
So imagine
okay.
that. So you can play mass and you can have souvenirs. So this was
Souvenirs
from my
that you
South
could wear.
Africa section. Yep. And I've
Yeah.
been wearing it a lot more.
Yeah, it's not. I can actually see the colors of the Antigua flag in there as well. I don't know if that was
Yeah, yeah. I had a
planned, but yeah.
headpiece, like a tied up thing, like an South African. I was like, yeah, this is awesome.
Okay.
So come to Antigua for Carnival. The big days are August 5th and 6th, Carnival Parade. And then Barbados also. The first
Crop over.
Monday, crop over, first Monday in August, I believe.
Yeah, and then Barbados, the Club Barbados, we'll be talking about in a little bit. I think the hotel is in located perfectly for the crop over because it's right on the bus line. You could
Mm-hmm.
literally get out of your room, out of the hotel, through the reception area, and jump on the bus to go to the area where they have the crop over. So this is great. So good morning again. Good morning, Aisha from Charlotte. Good morning, Miss Janet. Atlanta in the house. Good morning, ATL. Good morning, all, for joining us for coffee chat this morning. I'm sorry, my voice is a little bit. My son went to school, came back with a cold. I tried to get him back to health, and then he gave me the cold. So I'm a little bit
We hear
congested.
how that goes.
So I'm a little bit congested. And then, allergy season has begun because in Georgia, you can't get away from it. So I'm a little bit congested. So please, I do apologize for my voice. But this morning, I want to talk to you a little bit more about three properties in particular. The veranda. Where's my manners? Good morning. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning.
Morning, good
Where are my
morning.
manners? Everybody here should know Jessica of
And if you don't, you need to get to know
you
me.
need to get to
Yep.
know her.
Yes.
Jessica is
Yes.
the director of travel agent business at Great Island Resorts. So you should all know Jessica when it comes to getting your clients in any of our properties at Elite Island Resorts. And we have 8 properties in the Caribbean, not just we have Barbados, Antigua, Palm Island, Panama. We call it Caribbean, let's say it's Caribbean now, and in Panama, but we have most of our properties in Antigua, and Jessica is the director of travel agents, and I also represent Elites in the surrounding areas. Jessica who? Yeah, I know Jessica who. Yeah, so this is so Jessica and myself will be talking to you this morning. Jessica, we have given away some nights to our hotel in Barbados, because Barbados has so much air right now. Well, they will be getting so much airlift from the USA, which is fantastic. So we'll be getting into that a little bit. But before we get into Barbados and Palm Island, I want to talk about the veranda. I saw a little bit of chatter on the chat on our Facebook page earlier on about the veranda and what how it has changed. And Jessica and I were just discussing the veranda, which reopened in November, and it's now an adult only property. And the veranda has, as we said earlier on, it's not a sandal, it's not a Ralton, it's the veranda, and it has its own vibe. There was so much good changes that they made when they brought it from a family property to an adult only hotel. And both Jessica and I were there in January to see all the changes, and I must say that I was quite pleased with some of some of the changes they made to make it an adult only. Yeah, Deanne, I know you're going there on April 2nd, and I'm excited for you. I know you'll have a good time. So I am going to share my screen, and I'm just going to go through a few slides, and Jessica will interject as well, because I went early and I think she went later in January. So while I was there, I'm not sure which one was it, but we were there different times.
Yeah, you were there first, like the first week in January, and I was there like the second into the third week of January with my pickleball group. So yeah.
Oh yeah, and things are still, and you going in 1 month. Oh nice, Richard is going in 1 month.
Yeah,
and she can't wait. Yeah. So my stay was quite nice. It was, I must say, the property is very relaxing. So I think it's great for retreats. Because we do have not a ballroom, but an area where you could have meetings and places to have yoga. It has its quiet areas, its loud areas. The food is good. I think I ate most of my meals at the restaurant on the beach. The food there was so good.
yeah, the food, I know, because from previous reviews or comments, food was always an issue, but I can vouch, you can say personally,
Yeah,
that
the
the
food
food at
is.
the veranda they have really stepped it up.
They have. I had dinner at Portofino as well. I had my birthday dinner there, and it
Yeah.
was magnificent. Everything was good. I also ate at Sales and Tails, and
Yeah.
Sales and Tails also service was great. Food was so good. So I must say the food has really has been improved drastically. So, and there are many options for eating as well. And
Yeah.
I'm not a big drinker, but I think I OD'd on a mango drink. There was this one mango drink. I think I OD'd on it. It was so good. And a lot of the drinks are top shelf. So that has changed a lot. So the drink is top shelf. The food is good at all of the restaurants. Gluten-free diets. We'll have something that you have to, when you book for your clients, you'll have to let us know, because our menus include we always try to put something local, some vegetarian, but if your clients are gluten-free, you need to let us know so that we can try to accommodate them.
And they do have some things on the menu that are gluten free, if I remember correctly. And also, I know some people are like not big fans of buffet, but the actual buffet had some really good options as well. But as Kelly said, if your clients are gluten free, that's a note that would need to be made in like the reservations. And
Yeah.
when your clients get there, they can chit chat with guest services. Either let the chef know, or you'll see what the options are in the buffet or in the I think Portofino's, as well as Sales and Tails, and down on the
Yes, they
beach.
have the option. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
written on the menu, the options of
yeah,
gluten-free,
yeah.
of vegan. So, and
Or
also
vegan.
I also speak to of vegan. So those options were there as well. So that was good. And the staff, they have a way of picking the right people. I mean, we became friends with the shuttle to take us to the Pineapple Beach, and we thought that was our own personal butlers taking us
Yes.
around and
I'm
taking
telling
us
you, if you know the
around.
right people,
Yeah,
and I always say it's always about how you treat the staff.
correct. Yes.
You treat the
Yeah.
staff nice, just be
The
pleasant.
same
They
way.
will look out for you. They'll make sure you're well taken care of. It's just all
The
how you
same.
deal with the staff.
Yeah, the
And
same
you
way
can
you
tell your
want
clients that it's interaction.
it.
People react to how they're treated, so it's always important to treat the staff, well, because they're doing the best that they can. And they may not have control over everything, but they do try their best to help and be accommodating as much as possible.
Correct. And treat people as you want to be treated. So that's all it takes. So yeah, so our shuttle driver used to come by us and ask us what time we want to leave to go to the other side. So it became like, it was our own driver because, and also ask what's let just your clients know to ask what's happening, because there was always something happening by the pool, something happening on the beach, some activity even in the evening. When I went to dinner in the evening, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was happening, because I didn't read any bulletin. I just was minding my own business. But there's always something happening on property that to keep your clients engaged. But again, it was a really nice experience. So let me just share my screen to show you. Some of you have, give me 1 second. Let me just go and share my screen. Share screen.
And I should also note, as Kelly shares her screen, we have all of these presentations available on our travel agent portal. So because we're just going to zip through this really quick, but if you actually wanted time to go through all of it, we'll put it in the chat where you can go to actually get these presentations, and you can download them as well.
Yeah, and it's also created for you so that the consumer doesn't see anything about commission, incentives, nothing like that. So we have the consumer ones that you could show your clients, and it has no travel agent information in there. So just to go through. So now the Veranda Resort in Antigua is adults only, all inclusive, 16 and above. So upgraded suites and villas. We have 2 beaches and water sports. There's a new in-pool sound lounges. Those are really, really neat. The new poolside cabanas. Okay, I think the couples will be doing that. We have live poolside entertainment in the evening and the day. There's a new bar and lounge, the Wavy Wicket. Really, really nice. I did a video on the Wavy Wicket. We have enhanced dining experiences. So you'll see a little bit of more of that in a while. Renovated mini golf with bed taps, and we also have now new 4 pickleball courts. And you do have diner run privileges at Pineapple Beach Club and the St. James Club as well. So Pineapple Beach Club is just literally across the street, and the St. James Club is about 25 minutes away, and we
Yeah.
provide transfers to both. So this is all about this
We
is
haven't, yeah,
Pineapple.
we've done, yeah,
Go
Pineapple, but
ahead.
St. James's Club, we haven't started that as yet. Just working through the fine details, but you can do the
So
diner, you can do the between Pineapple and Veranda currently. St. James's Club, we're still working out the details on that.
So the Veranda is approximately 25-30 minutes from the VC Bird International Airport. Once your clients arrive, they can hop in a taxi, or if they made prior arrangement, the driver would be there waiting for them on the outside. As you could see from this, we are literally across the street from the Pineapple Beach and also close to the Hammer Cove. And we do have exchange privileges with the Pineapple Beach Club. So we do have the hillside suite. Now, this property, I've had questions about if it's okay for clients on a wheelchair. This property is on a hillside, so it's not beachfront, but we do have two beach on the property. So the rooms are completely renovated. We have modern furnishings. Most of the rooms have a large sitting area. I'm going to go quickly through this so you could see. And while I was there, I couldn't remember what my room was, but all of the rooms are named after a Caribbean island or a tree. And it's so funny. My room was St. Kitts, and I was right next to St. Lucia. How could I forget that?
Yeah,
So we do have the waterfront, and this another nice thing about this property. It's also great for groups. So we do have rooms with 2 beds, and also we can always request that. So we do have rooms with 2 queen beds, which is also great for groups.
Yeah, and you can request those, and we can guarantee if you book in either the waterfront with 2 queens, or the water view. Once you book into that category and you request 2 queens, we can guarantee you the 2 queen beds. Before it was on request, but you can book in 2 queen beds, which is great.
And we also have the 2-bedroom villa. It has 1 king and 2 queens. And the 2-bedroom villa has full kitchens with separate living and dining areas. It has 2 spacious bathroom, walk-in shower, tub, and it has also access to its own swimming pool. So the villas are quite nice, and you could have up to 2 couples in to share the villa. So Nicole's restaurant, I didn't get a chance to dine at Nicole's restaurant. It was always full when I tried to make a reservation. But this is one of the fine gourmet dining restaurants, upscale contemporary setting, a la carte menu, no buffet. Portofino, I had a fabulous time there. Everything on the menu is fantastic. Staff is great, and it's all a la carte menu. There is also wine pairing with dinner. You could upcharge with if you want to buy certain wine, but wine by the glass is comes with most of the meals. Seabreeze is another one of the fully renovated buffet and cocktail service. I'm getting more congested. Sales and Tales, I had a fabulous dinner there. The food is good, the view and the staff. So when the last time I was there, I remember having, I think, lunch at this restaurant. So again, the menu and the food
The fish
has
tacos are
changed.
good.
Yes, the fish, yeah, has changed drastically. Papa Rico's for pizza. I think all of Elite Properties do a really nice job when it comes to the Italian and Italian meals.
Yeah, the pizzeria was good. From
Pizzeria is
open from
good,
12
yeah.
to 6. Yeah.
Wavy Wicked. So this is the newest new place built, newly built late night bar and lounge karaoke. While I was there, it literally opened while I was there. It opened on the second that I arrived, and I went in. I went in the next day, and it was quiet, but the place is beautiful. The outdoor wasn't quite open yet, and they were not serving the late snacks yet. But while Jessica said while she was there, they were serving late snack. So I
Oh, they
like
had
that.
just started the week after I left, or 2 weeks after. So
Yeah.
now they have the snacks available till about 10. But I think that the goal is to get to a 1 a.m., like stay open late till 1 a.m. and have snacks till 1 a.m. once everything gets more settled.
I like that they have private rooms. So they literally have rooms where if you want to be separate from the crowd, they have a couple of private rooms. That doesn't show it very well, but I do have a video of showing you they're not well private, but little rooms away from, the crowd. The Lazy Pelican fully renovated beach bar offering tropical vibes, Caribbean cuisine. And my favorite is the coffee shops. And all of our properties have a coffee shop. The coffee shops opens at 6 in the morning, so you can go there, get your espresso, get your drinks, get some snacks. If you don't want to have a full breakfast, the coffee shop will be able to give you some nice takeaways. The pool bar, where the action is always by the pool bar, and the beach grill. That's where I had most of my meals. Let me tell you, the rice and peas and the chicken was fantastic, and the main pool. This with the sun lounges. This is really, really a nice area just to go and lounge and to relax. The property is more of like a place for just to go for relaxation. Now it's adults only. You really get a chance to relax. If you want the quiet side of the property, you can get that. One of the things I noticed while I was there was that there were lots of private dinners, and it's amazing how many locations we could host a private dinner. I saw one by the pool. I saw one in the gazebo overlooking the ocean. I saw another one in the quiet area. So I saw lots of private dinners and different parts of different parts of the property. This is one of the villa pools that you have access to when your clients are at the villa. And this is Rasta Beach. We have two beaches on property, and you also have access to go across to Pineapple Beach if you would like to as well, because we do have exchange privileges. As always, non-motorized water sports are part of our all-inclusive package. The spa, you have to go in there at least for one day to get your body right. And we do have a gym on property, and it has cardio equipment, free weights, and it's also air conditioned. We added 4 pickleball courts at the veranda. So yes, your pickleball groups can now stay at the veranda and play pickleball all day. We do have an on-site tour desk, so we do have the Calypso Cat that you could enjoy, Shirley Heights, Lookout Point, Betty's Hope Sugar Plantation. So lots to do off property, and we do have a tour desk that will help you book all of your tours to see the island. So again, just to remind you, our incentive for travel advisors, we do pay 20% commission when you book directly. However, you can book with any of your preferred wholesalers, your preferred tour operator. But when you book directly with us, we do pay 20% commission for individual and 15% for groups. You do get a thank you card of a thank you gift card, $100, and those gift cards are real. It's money, so don't throw it away. And for every 7 nights you book, you get one free night. You can either keep it or gift it to your clients. And we still have our 250 elite gift cards that you can get your clients 250 off their booking when they book directly with you and you book directly with us. And we also have lots of tools to help you. So again, this presentation is available for you. EliteIslandMedia.com. You can get all of our videos, all of our images for social media. So this is available for you. You can also download the presentation if you want to show your clients a little bit more about each of our properties. You're welcome to download. So this is all available for you. And Elite Travel Agent Community, we have a Facebook group. I'm sure most of you are part of it. If not, you can go ahead and join and be part of this group. It's travel agents who have sold or who have interest in our elite properties. So this was the veranda, and this aerial shot can give you an idea of what the property looks like. It's all hilltop overlooking the ocean, and you could see one of the beach right here. So I think that's it.
Okay. So now I'll move on to Club Barbados, and then we can answer some questions. So a question, are we able to book tours in advance? Tours are not booked in advance for commission, but there may be some other tour operators on the island that you can reach out to directly. And some of them may be you can take a deposit, which is your commission, but we do the Calypso Cat and we do the Pink Panther, and we don't pay any commissions on those. Your clients book those when they arrive, and sometimes, especially with the Calypso Cat, the Calypso Cat goes out from the veranda, I believe, once a week or twice a week, but depending on weather, they may not go. But when I was there, they went out most days. There was one day it was really, really windy and they didn't go. So guest services, we have a tour desk that will coordinate all of those activities for your clients. So now I'm gonna to my presentation on the Club Barbados, and then we'll talk about the connectivity to Barbados.
Let me see if we have any more questions about the veranda. I think
I put it in the chat. Reservation for your clients are made when they arrive with guest services. They can go directly to guest services, or they can call from their room to make the reservation for guest services. So I believe when Kelly was there was no surcharge for Nicole's, but now there is a surcharge for Nicole's. I think it's like $49. It's a little bit more elevated dining experience, but for Sails and Tails and Portofino, you can make your clients can make their dinner reservations when they arrive. Sometimes, depending on how long they're there, they'll have to do a rotation between the restaurants, or there may be a night or two that they may have to do the dinner buffet based on occupancy. If the hotel is really full, most nights you'll be able to get a reservation. But on your arrival day, I typically like to say, just be prepared to do a buffet.
A buffet,
The buffet. If your clients arrive early enough, they can go to guest services to see what's available. If they're there for a week, they typically will be able to get a reservation for Portofino and Sails and Tails. But the first night, let's just say it's most times it's going to be a buffet.
But the other thing I can also suggest while I was there, and if you have time or you would like to go and see if there were any cancellations for the night, because sometimes you may get people who didn't show up at the time, and you could wait a few minutes and then you can probably get it as well.
Yeah.
And before you go, I saw a question about weddings. Weddings, you work with the hotel directly for the weddings,
Yes, we
but
have a wedding
you
coordinator
have a
at the
wedding for.
veranda, so I can also share her email, and they do have some packages available for weddings as well. She's really great. So yes, definitely. I think they had a small wedding there when I was there. It was just, and they're probably in their 40s. They had been married before, and they set it up by the gazebo that overlooks Lovers Beach. And it was just the bride and the groom and maybe a witness that was so cute. Yes.
And then there are lots of locations to tie the knot as well.
Yeah.
And you can do it on the beach. We have a couple of gazebos around property. So because of the way the property is located, I mean, you can get some beautiful views at different locations. So we have lots of locations to tie the knot, and you can have a magnificent view for photography.
Right. So let me share my screen so everybody can see my screen.
Hold a second. Yeah.
All right. Hello. We're in Barbados. So welcome to the Club Barbados. The Club Barbados is adults only. It's 16 years and older, and it's located on the west coast of Barbados. So this aerial view gives you a view of the club. It's a very compact property. It's not spread out as our properties in Antigua, and we're actually right next door to uber high end Sandy Lane, and there's actually a golf club golfing close by as well. So this is your aerial of the of Club Barbados. So Club Barbados, as I mentioned, is adults only. We have oceanfront rooms. There are 3 bars, 4 restaurants. You do have direct ocean access. Ocean. So bear that in mind. It's if you look at this picture, it's not like a beautiful stretch of beach. It's more ocean. You can it's swimmable, but
Yes,
you know,
I'm not a strong swimmer, and I was there for a couple of days, and I was on in the water every day.
yes. And if you look at the aerial, these are all the sun loungers. It's like a little cliff, and then these are all the sun loungers. And then there's some steps that if you wanted to walk across during the low tide, you can walk over and access the beach over at Sandy Lane. All the beaches in Barbados are public beaches, but if you just wanted to walk over and just enjoy the beach over at Sandy Lane, you can. There's a 3-tiered pool. There's a spa. The spa is lovely, actually. It's one of the nicest spas I've seen. It was lovely. The treatment rooms are really nice. There is evening entertainment. There's the concierge for any of your tours you want to organize. There's a sauna. There are a lot of good Bajan food. Whatever the Bajans do in their mac and cheese, I want to know the secret. They told me
No, I
ketchup.
think that should be the national dish, mac and cheese, because wherever you go, you could get mac and cheese served.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go to Oyster, mac and cheese,
Yeah, yeah,
Shepherd
water
mac and
sports and
cheese. But
tennis.
yeah,
I know pickleball, but who knows? We could be adding. So Barbados, you're really Southern Caribbean, and Barbados is like just sticks out by itself out there in the Atlantic Ocean. So here's a map of Barbados. So from the airport is about a 40-minute ride, a taxi ride, and on the west coast as well. So you actually go past Bridgetown, and then you're there. And so, couple room categories. We have the 1-bedroom oceanfront suites. They sleep 2 guests. They're 470 square feet, ground floor, balconies. There's a separate living room. Some are open air, and the bathrooms are ensuite with tub shower combo and 1 king bed. We have the superior oceanfront rooms. There's like some of them have like a little Juliet balcony as well. Some have king or 2 twin beds. So they're 340 square feet, a little bit smaller. And then we have the 1-bedroom garden view suites. These sleep three guests. So there's 1 king or 2 twin beds. There's a separate living area. Then we have the ocean lofts. These sleep 2 guests. They're in their 4th floor rooms, and there's like a little tiny some steps that you need to go up. So if your clients are not the most have mobility issues, this would not be the category for them. There's a modern ensuite bathroom with a walk-in or tub shower combo. There's a desk, sitting area, and 1 king bed. We have the superior garden view rooms. These sleep 2 guests, and they're 450 square feet. Same king or 2 twin beds. We have the garden view rooms. These sleep 2 guests, 340 square feet. Also a king or two twin beds. Then we have Enid's. This is very authentic Bajan style cuisine. With also the rum bar is also located in this area of the resort. Very bright. The Sunset Restaurant. This is where it's oceanfront dining. It's al fresco. There's buffet style dining. It's open daily for breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner. Then we have the beach bar and terrace. This is like a fun place to hang out because the bar is right there, and then you have that deck that overlooks the ocean, beautiful sunsets. It was always a busy, happening area. It is really a social gathering spot. It's open daily for lunch and quick bites, and you get your beers, your cocktails, your wine, your spirits. And bathing suits and sandy feet welcome. And then this is the Rum Shop Bar. This is actually located where Enid's restaurant is. It's not open daily. It's open when Enid's is open, which is not every day. I think about 5 days a week it's open. So it's classic. It's a rum shack, and you can sample some of the rare and vintage rums. Barbados does make some really, really good rum. You can actually do a rum tour of Mount Gay. Then we have the piano bar. I did this one evening. It was so much fun. You request your songs. It's enclosed. It's air conditioned. There's a bar in there, and it's open late till about 1 o'clock, I believe. Then we have the Sunset Bar and Lounge. It's adjacent to the pool and the sun deck. Has nightly entertainment, themed events. You get your cocktails, your spirits. It's an open air seating available. Then we have the coffee shop. It opens early. Get all your pastries, your coffees, teas, smoothies. And then we have the waterfall pool. It's a 3-tiered freshwater swimming pool. The loungers are available, umbrellas. There's aqua aerobics, pool volleyball, and more. And I should note, they do have monkeys in Barbados, and actually I saw like 2 of them at the club. They don't bother you. They just hang out and they just do their thing, and you're not allowed to feed the monkeys. Water sports, all your water sports included as well. Hobie cat kayaks, pedal boats, reef fishing. And the spa, as I mentioned, it's a lovely spa. They have 5 treatment rooms. There's a couples room, manicures, pedicures, facials. There's a sauna and the fitness center. And then additional activities. There's a tennis court. There's billiards. There's pool. There's evening entertainment, morning walks, cooking demonstrations, stretch classes, the gift shop, cocktail hour, rum tastings, and guided boat rides along the shoreline. Tours. So as I mentioned, there's so many things to do in Barbados. One of the things that I think Club Barbados offers a really good price point for your clients who are not just there to just stay on an all-inclusive for a week or however long. They're there to explore the island, and then they don't mind getting off property. So your clients can do the Atlantis submarine tour. They can do a rum history tour. They can do the Harrison's Caves, the Oystings fish fry on a Friday. We did it on a Friday. It's very, very busy, but it's like you have flying fish, you have the mac and cheese, you have like sampling of seafoods. And you can also do it on a Saturday when it's not as busy. You can do 4x4s. There's the cocktail cruise, deep sea fishing, shopping in Bridgetown. You can actually walk from the property to Whole Town. That's and they have some very high-end stores there, but also some really good authentic Bajan cuisine. So there's lots to do on Barbados. So you're not just staying at an all-inclusive. You're getting off property and exploring the island and, as they say, supporting the local economy. They also do weddings, anniversaries, vow renewals, and more. Stay 7 nights or longer, receive a free wedding. We can always provide you with all the details on that. And then we do our group sales, 25% spot discount, upgrades, check-in, your $250 gift card that takes $250 off a room accommodation for your clients. And I think Kelly mentioned about the travel agent incentives that we offer. And then what I will talk about the connectivity to Barbados. So if you're not a part of a Facebook group, Elite Travel Agent Community, please join that group. If you, it's very important also that you register your agency. Go to Elite Island Resorts /travel agent agent. You can take a screenshot of it. And the password to get in is travel agents. And then you can get access to all of these presentations that we have. You can register your agency. You can download images that you want to share on your social. As well. So I'm going to do, I'll stop sharing, but let's talk about connectivity to Barbados. All right. So connectivity, so Boston, there once weekly Saturdays. Now there's an additional year-round flight Wednesdays. Then that started November 1st, and that's on JetBlue. It's about, to Barbados from the Northeast is about 4.5, closer to 4 hours. It all depends because Barbados is a little bit further south. From Dulles, there's a new weekly year-round Saturdays, and that started October 30th of 23 on United Airlines. Newark, Liberty, new weekly year-round Sundays that started on last September of 23 on United Airlines. Miami International, there are now 3 daily flights out of Miami. Charlotte was once weekly. Charlotte is now daily to Barbados from December 23 to April of 24. So good connectivity. And then from JFK, 2 flights daily and increased flight capacity, and expanded into the end of February on JetBlue. And if you feel that's great connectivity, but we also have our private island in the Grenadines, which you have to fly to Barbados to get to Palm Island. So that even offers you more options for your clients if they maybe do Club Barbados and maybe they want to experience Palm Island as well. You have a lot more connectivity as well. And Club Barbados is all inclusive. So all of the Elite Island Resort properties from Antigua, Barbados, Grenadines, and also in Panama, they're all inclusive. They're all very unique and different in what they offer, but yes. So for connectivity, Barbados has really stepped it up. And there's so many things to do on Barbados. So if it's we had an agent, she had this was over the summer, and I think it's also great for summer. She had a solo traveler, and in terms of safety concerns, reassured, and her client actually went to Barbados, had a great time, that she extended her stay for a couple more days.
And I wanted to mention that the Club Barbados is a great property for small groups. The property is not spread out, so it's a great property for small group, girls getaway, also retreats, and also because of where it's located right on the bus route. So you could literally, if you want to explore the destination, you could literally explore easily and safely just using the bus, because the bus stops right in front of the property. If you want to go to Oistins and just jump on the bus and take a cab back, that's easily done. So that's one of the nice thing about the Club Barbados. For Cadoument, crop over coming up, if you have clients who want to explore Barbados, because now we have so much more airlift. And then I know we mentioned just the US, but we also have Air Canada daily nonstop. So the Canadians are good on that part. So if you have clients who want to do a small group or want to do a solo trip, Club Barbados is perfect for that because of where it's located and all of the amenities. And I know Jessica spoke about the beach is not like a long white sand beach, but you do have opportunity to jump in the water. And one of the things that I enjoyed there was the sunset. I think they have the most amazing sunset.
Yeah.
So if you love a sunset like I do, let me tell you, you'd be having your little cocktail and just waiting for that. So it's a beautiful property. And if you haven't explored it, if you haven't looked at it for your clients, now that Barbados is getting so much more airlift from the US, you have a new destination, or you have more reasons to sell Barbados. I think you should look at the Club Barbados to see what it offers. Cassandra said, I sent a girls trip to Club Barbados a while ago and they loved it. I can understand that. Yeah, it's a great property for a girls trip.
Yeah, and it's 16 years and older. If you're for the all-inclusive adults only, it's 16 years and older. There's a question about twin beds. Maybe more like full, but I can double check on that question. I'll check with John if it's actual twins or they're fulls. I'm not 100% sure.
I think it's American twin and not. You know, the European twins are very small.
Yeah,
I think it's more like closer to a full bed than it is the
yeah,
tiny little beds you get
yeah,
in Europe.
yeah.
So if you have any questions about the veranda or the Club Barbados or Palm Island in the Grenadines, Jessica, I was so jealous. Jessica went over there in January. So she was on the private island for a couple of nights. Feel free to ask us because now, again, as Jessica mentioned, you have more reasons to sell Palm Island because your clients got to get into Barbados. And I had to ask him, but they couldn't find the airport for Palm Island in St. Vincent. No, you have to fly to Barbados to, it's easier, it's quicker. So
Yeah.
you fly to Barbados
Yeah.
and then it's a skip and a drop over to the Grenadines in St. Vincent. Age,
It's
minimum
16
age,
years and older.
16 and
Older.
older.
Yeah, Club Barbados is more like situated in like a cliff, a cliff. So there's not a wide stretch of sandy beach. Sandy Lane is next door that, your clients, they can go down some steps. If it's low tide, they can hang out over at Sandy Lane on the beach. All beaches in Barbados are public. So Club Barbados it's more on a cliff. They have a sun terrace with sun loungers, but you can swim. You can swim in the ocean, but you're not on a flat sandy beach on a lounger. You're on like a sun terrace, which is on like a little cliff. So
Yeah,
that's
and then
that distinction.
for those who know geography, or when you think of Barbados, just think of where Barbados is located as well. It's not really in the Caribbean seas, if that makes sense to you as well. And Barbados is, I forgot the rocks, I forgot the topography of Barbados as well. But we
Yes,
have
very.
some areas. Sorry, I'm kind of looking. What's the average age group?
Age, it's a mix of, I was there in January. I would say it was 90% British. They get a lot of British clientele in Barbados, like, because the island it's called Little Britain, actually.
Little England, yes.
Little England,
Yeah,
yes.
Little
So
England.
I would say it was 90% British people. I would say a mix of people in their 30s into their 70s. And then as the peak season winds down, then you start getting, I find it at the other resorts. So you start getting like a little bit younger clientele, if that
In the
makes sense.
summer,
Because,
yeah.
for budget, things that, but yeah, I would say it was 90% British when I was there at Club Barbados. And that was in January.
So Barbados is a very flat island, not very, but
Flat.
we have a couple of
Mostly flat.
hills,
Yeah.
but it's it's flat. If that answers your question, Rachel, it's kind of flat, not very hilly.
Yeah, they don't have any big hills or any
No,
mountains or anything like that. Yeah.
I don't think
And they
they
have really good infrastructure.
Yes,
The
yes.
roads
I
are very
think
good.
Barbados is 166 square miles, population of two something, and I think they have one of the islands with the most roads. You can get to so many places. You can get to one place through so many different ways because they have a really good road network and the roads are well maintained for in Barbados. But it's easy to move around. If you want to rent a car, it's quite easy to drive around. I doubt you'll get lost, and if you get lost, people are quite happy to steer you to the right direction. Um, so yeah, so very age. What about the age? The property, 16 and above, but are you asking about the average age? We have a mixture. Now it's it's a property, as Jessica mentioned, it's a big UK market, but this is a big UK market. So now we're getting more early from the USA. So you'll see more Americans going into. But while I was on property, I think there were people like from 30s up to 60s. So when I was having dinner, that's about the age range I encountered while I was there. I think it's also a great property a great property for summer market for the US as well,
Yeah.
especially as there is so much activities in Barbados during the summer. And Barbados is a destination with a lot going on in the summer. There is golf. I mean, there is a big golf event. There's the Food and Rum Festival. So there are a lot of events that caters to the American market. I think now has really opened doors for more Americans visiting the destination. And that's why we have so much more airlift to Barbados from the US, because the airlines are seeing that, this is something that we have to really investigate. So it's really a nice destination for summer travel for Americans to do lots of things, from the carnival, the Food and Rum Festival, the golf tournament. There's a big polo festival.
Polo, there's
Yes,
horse race,
horse racing,
like
polo.
races. Yeah, they're in even cricket if you're into cricket. And
Okay,
I forgot to mention, is Delta started flying. It fly
from
from
Atlanta from
Okay.
November daily. And I mean, this is huge, because you find when Delta starts a destination, they normally go once a week, once a week or twice, but they're going daily. So my Atlanta friends, agents, you need to get on the bandwagon, because we have nonstop out of Atlanta to Barbados, which is amazing. So I'm very excited about it. I wish they started a little bit earlier, but it will be there for the winter period. So daily service. So it's a great place to start to explore, to let your clients know that we have somewhere new to discover in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
With good airlift. I think we've answered all the questions. I think we touched on all the questions. When will Club Barbados and Palm Island last updated, renovated? Club Barbados was renovated, I remember very well, during COVID. After COVID, because it was closed for a while. So 2020, we did some renovations, and it was renovated and updated.
Yeah,
Palm
and I think
Island,
there plans to do some more work as well at the club. Like some exterior, but the rooms are pretty updated. The
pretty
exterior, I think
modern.
there's some
Yeah.
plans for the exterior, and then for Palm Island, Palm Island gives you a mix of modern and also rustic. I spent 2 nights at Palm Island in January. So all of the rooms, I stayed in a beachfront, which the bathrooms have all been redone, but the floor gives you that rustic orange tile. My husband actually loved it. Some people, Superior Beachfront, it's all of that white modern look as well with the cabanas. We have the villas. All the villas have been redone. So the rooms at Palm Island have been updated. All the rooms are air conditioned. Remember, it's like an exotic kind of luxury. So the rooms are not that modern square look. It gives you more, it just gives you like you're in the Caribbean. But the rooms have been updated. We had no issues with our room. My husband actually liked the orange looking tile. Some people don't like that. Some people like that white looking tile. But yeah, the rooms are all redone and updated.
Palm Island and the iguanas. So do we have any more questions? You're most welcome, Cassandra. So I think we've answered all the questions, and we've been here for a minute. I need to go make some tea punch in a little bit to drink, so that I could get rid of that. I could get rid of that.
You need some salt.
Yeah.
Some salt therapy. It's funny, we grew up in the Caribbean, and like when you had a cold, your mother said, going to the beach and get dunked.
You had to go to the beach and dunk, and you had to drink three goggles of water. You had to drink like taking water 3 times. I could still remember that.
Yes. Now you can go to a place and pay. We have one. It's like salt therapy. It's like a salt room, especially for kids that are congested. Yeah, it's a room with all the salt, and it helps with the. I was like, oh, we had all the natural remedies.
We did.
At the beach right there.
We had all the natural stuff to help us get healthier first.
Yeah.
Because I believe that everything on earth has some kind of significance when it comes to medicine. So
yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna make my tea punch to make me feel better.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think we've answered all of our questions. Now Jessica has a 2 night stay. I'm not sure how we're gonna give it away. Thank you, Teresa. I'm gonna thank you. I'm gonna drink something to make me feel better because I feel my voice is going and my eyes is dripping. Ah.
Oh, and that was me 2 weeks ago in St. Louis. I said I had no voice.
So thank you all for joining us. We have a 2 nights to give away on Club Barbados, so Jessica will figure it out. Let me see if we have any more questions to answer. I think we answered all of the questions. So again, the veranda Antigua in Antigua, obviously. Adults only. We have space for the summer. We still have space for clients who have not visited it since it reopened. You will be surprised with all the new stuff that has been added. Again, the food has been raised to another level. Drinks is up top shelf, and we have added more activities, and even we have more nightlife. So it has a lot going for it, and again, it has its own vibe. So you can't really compare it to the Royal Turn or to Sandals or any. It has its
Yeah,
own
it's
particular
very
vibe.
different.
It's
Yeah.
very different. It's more of a relaxation property. And we do have exchange privileges with um, Pineapple Beach. So if your clients want to do the veranda and they really need that beach vibe, I am sure you go over to Pineapple Beach
Yeah.
because the beach there is just amazing. Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
we
because
do have
sometimes you have to know if your clients are looking for a beach. Veranda has beaches there too, but they're more like coves. Pineapple Beach Club gives you that beautiful stretch of beach, so it's just important to know those distinctions. So if your clients really want beach stretch of beach, wave oceans every day, then you would consider looking at booking them at Pineapple Beach Club.
Pineapple Beach Club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
veranda's hillside, very spread out with the two beaches slash coves. Lovers Beach gives you more of a beach, but the layout is totally different. It's hillside, so that's always good when you talk to us, get to know us, look at our presentations. If you're able to come down to visit, we have the travel agent rates available for you. Because the idea, we want you to come, see, explore,
Experience.
put
Yeah.
it out there to
Experience.
your clients as well. Show them the differences so you also know the differences as well. And if you've never booked Elite Island Resorts, you can still take advantage of our travel agent rates, because I know with some other hotel brands, you have to have at least 3-4 bookings before you can get an agent rate. We don't have that, so you can book an agent rate. Go to Antigua, go to Barbados. You have more connectivity. Explore, share, and show your clients, like, hey, I'm traveling, like, look at me, you could be here. So how I'll announce whether we'll announce it in the Facebook group, Kelly's group, because I can see, but I don't have names. I just see Facebook users. So I think Kelly and I are going to get together after
Mhm.
we end the coffee chat and get a list of every, because you can probably see them and I can't.
Okay. You're welcome, Norman. I know I think Karen has a carnival group going in August. So
Okay.
Karen, let us know if there's anything. I know she went last year and then she's going back this year with a group for carnival. So
Okay, that's awesome.
but that's Pineapple Beach though, so that's great.
Yay!
So
My
again, if you have any,
favorite.
yeah, I know this is your favorite. My favorite is Hammer Cove. I just can't
Okay, of
afford to.
course.
I
Of
just
course.
can't afford to stay there. But if you have any questions, feel free. You could continue putting your questions in the chat, even though when we leave. So if you're watching on the replay, put your questions in the chat. I will answer it, or Jessica will answer it. So if you have any questions about any of our properties of Elite Island Resorts, Club Barbados, now we have more airlift out of the USA to Barbados, so you have more access to Barbados, and that gives you more access to Palm Island in the Grenadines. And also we have 5 hotels in Antigua. We have the Hammer Cove, Galley Bay, St. James Club, Pineapple Beach, and the Veranda. And I always forgetting about Jolly Beach. Yeah, Jolly Beach.
Yes.
So Jolly Beach is around. Jolly Beach, yeah. And
The
then
very, very budget conscious
budget
clients
friendly.
love
But
Jolly Beach. It's
I
I
want
always say there's a hotel for everyone.
everyone.
It may not be your cup of tea,
but it
but
might be somebody else's.
it's somebody else's cup of tea, and they can have the best time at a budget, real budget hotel, but it's not your cup of tea. So I always say, like, when you're comparing hotels, you cannot compare a Jolly Beach to a Pineapple Beach Club or Veranda. A Jolly Beach is for that client that they're there for that beach. They love the staff. The rooms are your basic rooms,
Very,
but
very
the
basic.
people that go year after year after year, there's a reason why they go back year after year after year. So it may not be your cup of tea, but it's somebody else's cup of tea. So that's where, as a travel advisor, you're the
You
one
have
that say,
to
okay, this
you
is
have
not
to
a good fit for you,
qualify.
but
They have
you
to
know,
qualify your clients really well
qualify.
when it comes. You have to
I would
qualify
say
your
don't knock a
clients.
particular property,
No,
because
qualify the
that's not your
client.
cup of tea, but you may have that client. If you don't have those kind of clients, then like you will never touch Jolly Beach because you have those high-end luxury
High-end
clients.
luxury, white glove service,
Yes,
there is
yes,
that
yeah,
type of client that,
yeah.
that Jolly Beach, they will curse you out if you send them there. But the
Yes, yes.
clients who want to go for the beach and the food is also really good at Jolly Beach, and the service
Yeah.
the staff. So it
And
has
I
a
find a
lot
lot of
going
for
for it.
the Jolly Beach guests, they actually go to Jolly Harbor. They go to like a lot of the local restaurants. They can walk
Yes.
to, there's a lot of restaurants locally, that they walk to, the nightlife at some of the other places. So, it has its own vibe,
It has
Jolly
its own
Beach. So,
vibe, yeah.
yeah.
So just qualify properly when you look at our properties. There is something, according to my grandmother, every pot has its cover. So make
Yes.
sure you cover the right pot, and qualify your clients for all of our properties. We do have something for everyone. And as Karen said, the low budget clients who wants the absolute most beautiful beach and they want to pay, they want, and on a low budget, this is going to be perfect for them. So yeah. So anyway, I know we've had you here for almost an hour. Thank you so much for listening to us. And for if you have any questions, on the replay, you will see we did a presentation on the Club Barbados and also the veranda of all the new things that we added. Continue adding your questions and your comments in the chat. I will go back and answer it, and then we will let you know who got the 2 nights at the Club Barbados. So Jessica, any last words before we
Just want to say thank you all for joining Kelly and myself today. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Kelly or myself. I hope you learned a little bit more about the veranda and the updates and Barbados and Club Barbados. And we appreciate your support, joining us, and keep selling.
Yeah, keep bringing in that dough. And again, it's all about qualifying the client. So have a wonderful Thursday, a great weekend, and continue to be kind to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week Thursday. Next week Thursday, we're going over to St. Lucia to do the Bay
My
Gardens
second
and our
favorite.
wellness. Yeah. Have a good evening. Not a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Every
So
day.
Jessica, you could stay on.
Yep.